Howdy do y'all, this is John, and today we're talking about Thor, a movie released back in 2011 starring Chris Hemsworth. And in Thor, it deals with the god of thunder who is banished from Asgard and has to travel Earth to regain his honor. Okay, so to get things started, what I liked about the movie is the journey of Thor. Thor is banished from his homeworld. He has to regain his honor here on Earth. He finds his hammer Mjolnir, tries to lift it, it won't move. Basically, he's stuck between a rock and a hard place. And ultimately, the only way out of it is to regain his honor, because he basically destroyed his own honor. Thor is a great character, and his story is incredible. It has all these Shakespearean elements to it, and really everything about him and his story is stuff that I really like as an adult, although I couldn't really appreciate it that much as a kid. As a kid, I got the DVD for Christmas that year, and honestly, still have it 11 years later. And at the time, I thought it was just okay. But now as an adult, I can understand some of the stuff they were going for a lot better. And I appreciate the movie a lot more than I did then. And speaking of Thor, Chris Hemsworth is the perfect Thor. I genuinely cannot think of anyone else who could play Thor. It just has to be Chris Hemsworth. And really all of the performances except for Natalie Portman are really good. Tom Hiddleston's Loki is really good. Idris Elba's Heimdall. Obviously the three great performances in the film are Stellan Skarsgård, Anthony Hopkins, and Chris Hemsworth. That is, however, to not undermine everyone else except for Natalie Portman. Yeah, I don't like Natalie Portman. Natalie Portman is like the black sheep in this movie. Everyone else is doing really good, and she's just like, hi. While we're on the topic, Loki. I really wish they did in the Avengers with Loki what they did with him in here, because he was an incredible villain, a really well-written villain. You understand his motivations, but you don't root for him, because he's doing all these horrible things, and no matter your motivation, you just can't root for the guy. And really, the movie has a lot of stuff that I really miss in the MCU. Back when Thor was made, the MCU took itself seriously. It didn't rely on goofy jokes. It didn't rely on out-of-place humor. It didn't rely on any of that. These movies were trying to tell you a story, and they actually committed to it. And I miss that. I miss this type of stuff in the MCU. I wish they would have just continued doing this, but they didn't. And really, there isn't much I can say about this movie that's a negative. Obviously, I don't like Natalie Portman. However, when it comes to real issues, like major issues that actually destroy the movie, I can't really think of anything. Just watched it in 4K. Yes, I know the visual effects were clearly made for HD, but I've seen worse. And ultimately, I have to give Thor a 10. Well, that's all the time I have for today. Please like this video if you enjoyed it. Please also subscribe if you're new to the channel. And as always, please remember, the Podetsky will